Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to this session. So by yesterday's class we have completed our NCERT history series. The entire textbook, collection of textbooks starting from class 6 NCERT all the way to class 12 NCERT has been completed for history. Okay, for history has been completed. So today now I am going to start a 10 day or say 12 days of MCQ sessions. Each day I will look into 1 month. Okay, so today we are going to start with January, tomorrow February, then March, April, like that up to November. So in the coming 11 days we will look into current affairs MCQs, 1 day 1 month. That's how the next 12 days are going to be. Okay, after that we will look into another session. So today's session we are starting with the January 2020 current affairs. I have prepared about 40 MCQs. Okay, so this is going to be a shorter session, probably 1 hour or 1.5 hours maximum. That's all. 40 MCQs are there. See if you can answer these questions, and I will explain the answer. I will show you the questions, and I will give you some time. Okay, some 30 seconds. I will wait. In the meantime, you can poll your answers in the YouTube live chat. After that, I will explain the answer, and we will move on. Okay, so let's begin the session. So before that, let me tell you about Unacademy. Unacademy is India's largest learning platform which offers you a wide variety of contents, starting with daily live classes where you can chat with your educator, engage in discussions, ask doubts, etc. Live tests and quizzes, just like the ones we are having right now. Also, we have these sessions in Unacademy Learning app. Okay, then we have structured courses where all our courses, the entire syllabus for that particular examination is completed. Unlimited access to Unacademy materials, etc. To get all these things, first thing to do is download Unacademy Learning app. Download this from Google Play and App Store and create an account and get a subscription. So I am Madhav Sankar R Warrier. This is my Telegram channel where you can follow me in order to get class PDFs, class notes, etc. Also, please follow me at Unacademy channel, unacademy.com/MSRW. So that whenever I schedule a class in the Unacademy platform, you will get notified. Okay, I have classes both in YouTube platform as well as in Unacademy platform. Now, Unacademy brings you the top educators from all over the country. Most of these people are very familiar to you, so no need for further introduction. You can use their expertise to better your preparations. Okay, so the UPSC CSE channel looks like this. It will have all the basic essentialities for civil service examination. Polity, history, current affairs, etc. Also optional courses, okay, which are very important. Most of the optionals might not be available at your locality, but they are also available in Unacademy. Okay, so the basic subscription package is known as the Plus package. Okay, Plus package will contain everything that I have so far mentioned. Alright, so this is available in about different time formats starting from 1 month all the way to 3 years. So a typical 1 year subscription will cost you 49,500 rupees. Using my code MSRW1 will provide you 10% discount. Okay, the other kind of subscription is known as iconic subscription. This is tailor-made for UPSC aspirants, whereby you will be getting some extra things. Okay, you will get everything in Plus package, and along with that, in addition, you will get a personal trainer, daily mains answer writing practice, study planner, and personalized feedback sessions. Fine. Here also a 1 year subscription will cost you 69,500. Using my code MSRW1 will provide you 10% off. Any subscription that is greater than or equal to 6 months in time, you can actually pay the fees using EMI facility. No cost EMI facility is available. Okay, as installments. Fine. Last but not least, regarding the optional courses, these are the packages available. Here also same benefits are applicable. Choose a package according to your own needs. A 1 year package will cost you 27,500. But if you use the code MSRW1, you can get 10% discount and has to pay only 24,750. Also, please use my code MSRW1 in order to unlock free contents in Unacademy. There are plenty of free contents available in Unacademy. In order to see them, in order to unlock them, you need to use an educator code, and you can apply this. Alright. So yeah, this, and I think you have already participated in this. The second session of the Unacademy Combat will happen on December 20th. Okay, the time is 11 AM. So please be ready for that as well. 45-minute session, 60 questions, all India level quiz. Okay, so be ready by December 20th. The winners will get Apple MacBook Air. The first prize is Apple MacBook Air, second is Apple iPad Mini, third is Apple AirPods, and the top 100 rankers will get 1000 rupees Amazon vouchers. Alright, attractive prizes are waiting for you, so gear up for December 20th. Alright, so please do look into the Unacademy channel as well, where you can unlock and watch a lot of free stuffs. Fine, so let's begin the session. Good evening Rajaram, good evening Sujita. Yeah, alright, so as I have told you at the beginning, there are 40 questions from January current affairs. Tomorrow we will look into February, then March, like that we will go on until December. That is the plan. Okay, so you can study accordingly. 1 day, 1 month. That's how we are going. Fine. So the first question is coming on the board. I will put this question for a while. I will read this, give you some 30 seconds to answer it. You can poll the answer in the YouTube live chat. After that, I will explain it and we will move on. Fine. I think you can keep a personal score yourself. Okay, I am not keeping a scorecard or anything. So you can see how much you can score out of 40. Alright, so first question. Consider the following statements. Number 1. Article 131 of the Constitution talks about the original jurisdiction of Supreme Court, where the apex court deals with any dispute between the center and the state. 2. Under its advisory jurisdiction, the President has the power to seek an opinion from the apex court under Article 143 of the Constitution. Select the correct statements using the codes given below. 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, none of the above. Hello Harshita, good evening. Guys, one more thing. In order to get my class PDFs, class notes, etc., you can subscribe to my Telegram channel. It is shown here, okay? In all the slides, it will be visible. Please look into this and do subscribe. So I will wait for some 20 seconds. In the meantime, you can put the answers in the YouTube live chat. And then I will answer it. Okay. Yeah, got a couple of answers. Both of you going for option C there. Anyone else? Please don't hold back. Okay. I mean, the more number of people participate, it will be more and more interactive. Okay. Alicia is back. 1 only. Alright, so I think that is enough time. I will show you the answer now. It is C, both 1 and 2. Okay, so Article 131 of the Indian Constitution talks about original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Alright, what does this original jurisdiction means? Original jurisdiction means Supreme Court can take case directly. Okay, before any other court in India, the case can be directly brought before Supreme Court. That is original jurisdiction. Alright, and in case of interstate disputes and in case of center and states dispute, only Supreme Court can take case. Such cases cannot be brought before any other judicial body in India, only Supreme Court. That is Article 131. Second one, under its advisory jurisdiction, the President has the power to seek an opinion from the apex court under Article 143 of the Constitution. This is also correct. Supreme Court has advisory jurisdiction, which means the President can refer certain matters to the Supreme Court and Supreme Court can give their advice on the said matter. There are 3 kinds of jurisdictions for Supreme Court. One is original, second is appellate. Appellate means, as a petition against a subordinate court. Okay, if you file a case at High Court and you do not get a favorable result, you can go to the Supreme Court. So that is known as appellate jurisdiction. And the third one, advisory jurisdiction. That is as per Article 143. Okay. Question number 2. Consider the following statements. 10th schedule was inserted in the Constitution in 1985 by the 42nd Amendment Act. 2. The law applies to, it applies to both Parliament and state assemblies. Select the correct answer. Second question, 30 seconds I will wait 30 seconds. You can answer. We will have this every day at 4 p.m. Okay, every day at 4 p.m. Probably a 1.5 hour session, something like that. Second question, waiting for your answers. All right. Those who are answering, if possible, kindly put the question number also, okay? So that I will not mix it up with the previous one. All right. 2 only, A, D, different answers. 2 only. Okay, so what is the answer for second question? I think that is enough time. The answer for second question is yes, 2 only. Very good. Okay, so 10th schedule was inserted in the Constitution in 1985 by the 42nd Amendment Act. This is wrong. There are 2 ways to crack this. 42nd Amendment of Indian Constitution happened in 1976. 42nd Amendment of Indian Constitution is also known as a mini constitution because there were plenty of amendments within that amendment. Okay, lots and lots of amendments. For example, the word secular and integrity were added to the preamble as during the 42nd Amendment, etc., etc. Plenty of amendments. But as far as the 10th schedule is concerned, it was inserted into the Constitution in 1985 as per 52nd Amendment Act. Not 42nd, it is 52nd Amendment Act. Second one, it applies to both Parliament and State Assemblies. That is true. So now you have to tell me what is this 10th schedule? What is the content of 10th schedule? Can anybody tell me what is the content of 10th schedule or what does it refer to? Yes, Alicia Arora, correct. Tenth schedule is based on, is also known for anti-defection law. Exactly. It is not about local self-government. Okay, Harshita, it is. Deepika Daddam got it correct. Anti-defection law. Alright. Anti-defection law. 11th schedule is based on local self-government in rural, and 12th is based on municipality. Okay, this is anti-defection law. That is, 11th schedule has been added by 73rd Constitution Amendment and 12th added by 74th Constitution Amendment. Okay, these are very important articles. Make sure you know about it and study very well. Third question. Consider the following statements about Section 144 CrPC. This is often in news, right? Whenever something bad happens in some parts of the country, immediately Section 144 is levied. So what is this Section 144? Number 1. It is a colonial era law that empowers a district magistrate, a subdivisional magistrate, or any other executive magistrate empowered by the state government to issue orders to prevent and address urgent cases of apprehended danger or nuisance. 2. Order passed under Section 144 cannot remain in force for more than 3 months from the date of the order unless the state government considers it necessary. Select the correct answer. Yes, Solar Rajan, correct, very good. Yeah, all of you knew this anti-defection law. One request, kindly everybody make sure that you are watching in the live, okay? I hope none of you are lagging behind. Make sure the seek bar is, at the rightmost corner. Third question. Okay. I am starting to get answers. Remember, tomorrow it is February, okay, February current affairs. So you can prepare and come. 40 questions, every day 40 questions. Alright, 2 answers so far. Both are going with option C there. Anyone else? Okay, nobody else is polling, so I think that is enough time. Let's see the answer. It is 1 only. Okay, so basically Section 144 CrPC is, put into action by a district magistrate or a subdivisional district magistrate. Okay, district magistrate means the collector or SDO. Both can do this. Or any other executive magistrate who is empowered by the state government. These are the people who can put section 144 CrPC into action. So statement 1 is true. Second one, order passed under section 144 cannot remain in force for more than 2 months, not 3. Okay, so as far as SDM or collector is concerned, he can issue this 144 only for a period of 2 months. Beyond 2 months, if the section has to continue, then state government's concurrence is necessary. State government should also concur to the same fact. Otherwise, after 2 months, this will lapse. The collector cannot extend it. But even if the state government confers it, it cannot go beyond 6 months. Okay, so a maximum amount of time section 144 CrPC can be imposed even with the consent of state government is 6 months. After which it will automatically be withdrawn. Okay, so that is why statement 2 is incorrect. Fourth question. Consider the following statements. In 2016, the United Nations Human Rights Council released a binding resolution condemning intentional disruption of internet access by governments. 2. The resolution reaffirmed that the same rights people have offline must also be protected online. Select the correct statements using the codes given below. Fourth question. Please don't hold back. Anybody who is watching this, please answer it. Okay, it doesn't matter if it is right or wrong. You can study, that's all. So I will give you some 20 seconds to answer. Let's see. Fourth question. Okay, Deepika going with D, B. ML going with both. Divya going with B. Okay, I think that is enough time for this question. Let's see the answer. It is option B. Very good. It is 2 only. Okay, so look at the first statement. In 2016, United Nations Human Rights Council, very important organization, please do look into it, okay? UNHRC, very important, study it. Council released a binding resolution. That is the keyword there. It is not a binding resolution. Okay, there are no binding resolutions as far as this internet access by disruption by internet access of governments is concerned. Okay, it is a non-binding resolution. United Nations cannot force any government to do anything because every country has sovereignty. Fine, India is a part of United Nations. That does not mean United Nations has the power to interfere in India. So this was in the news because around that time in Jammu Kashmir, internet was disrupted by government of India. Alright, that is why first statement is incorrect. Second one, the resolution reaffirmed that the same rights people have offline must also be protected online. That is true. So correct answer is option B. Question number 5. Consider the following statements. Aadhar is a verifiable 16-digit identification number issued by the Unique Identification Authority of India, UDAI, to the resident of India. 2. Aadhar collects only 3 pieces of information: name, age and address, along with biometric data. Select the correct statements using the codes given below. Sorry guys, I am having some throat issues, so my voice is not at the best. Okay. Fifth question. Okay, Alisha already gave me the answer. Others? I'll give you some 10 more seconds. Alright, I don't know who this ML is, but ML got it right. Okay, correct answer, none of the above. Why? Look at the first statement. I think everybody knows that Aadhar is a verifiable, it is not a 16-digit identification number. it has only 12 digits. I think all of you knows this. Okay, all of you have Aadhar card, so you know this. And it is issued by UIDAI. That is also a very common understanding. Be very careful. It is given only to the resident of India. It does not say citizen. Okay, that is important. That is correct. Okay, it is not given to Indian citizens. It is given to residents who are in India. Aadhar. Fine. Second one, Aadhar collects only 3 pieces of personal information. Wrong. It collects 4 pieces of information along with biometric data. So what is the other? Name, age, address, and what is the last one? Any idea? Does anybody know what is the last one? Name. It collects name. It collects age. It collects address. What else is printed in your Aadhar card? Just think about it. It is gender. Okay, male or female. That is also returning your Aadhar card. Okay, I mean, no, photo, everything comes with biometrics. Okay, I mean, your iris scan, this thumb, fingerprint, etc. goes into the biometric database. Other than that, the general things collected include name, age, address, and gender. Yeah, Drishti got this right. Very good. Somebody else told ML. Okay, very good. Question number 6. Consider the following statements about Custodian of Enemy Property for India, CEPI. Number 1. The office of the CEPI was set up in the year 1939 to deal with enemy properties confiscated during Second World War. 2. It works under the aegis of Ministry of External Affairs with its headquarters at New Delhi. Select the correct answer. 30 seconds. So this was also in the news because at that time when Jammu Kashmir etc. was, these issues were going on, there were a lot of properties the Pakistanis left in India, which were considered, and government was thinking about what to do with this enemy property. Okay, that was why it is in the news. All right. ML giving me one answer. Anybody else? 6th question. Okay, guys, you do not have to write A B like 1 only, 2 only, that all. Instead, you can assume it like this. This is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. Okay, you can put the code also. That is also fine. All right, I think that is enough time. So the correct answer to 6th question is option A, 1 and 2. How many of you got this? Deepika Datta, very good. That is the correct answer. So the office of the Custodian of Enemy Property of India was set up in 1939 to deal with enemy properties confiscated during the Second World War. Correct. What is enemy property? Enemy property is any property left behind in India by the enemies. So who are enemies? Enemies are people of those nations who have conducted external aggression to the nation of India, which basically means Chinese and Pakistanis at the moment, because we had wars with both China and Pakistan. So these are the enemy properties. So the first statement is correct. Second one, it worked under the aegis of Ministry of External Affairs with its headquarters in New Delhi. Headquarters is in New Delhi, that is true, but it works under the aegis of not Ministry of External Affairs, it is under the Ministry of Home Affairs. Okay, it works under the aegis of Ministry of Home Affairs. Clear? That is why statement 2 is wrong. 7th question. Consider the following statements about National Commission for Minority Educational Institutions, NCMEI. Number 1. It is a quasi-judicial body that regulates the certification of minority educational institutions all over India. 2. It can also cancel the minority status granted to institutions if they are found to have violated the conditions of the grant. Select the correct answer. Good evening, Ramkumar. Welcome. Question number 7. You have like 20 seconds. National Commission for Minority Educational Institutions. This was actually set up based on an act. Okay. Yeah. Devika going with option B. I'll give you some 10 more seconds. C, B, C, B. Okay, everybody is going with C and B. Okay. So answer is actually C. Both are correct. Okay, NCMEI, it is actually a quasi-judicial body. It regulates the certification of minority education institutions all over India. That is true. Okay, it has been set up by the National Commission for Minority Educational Institutions Act. So it is a statutory body. Okay, second one, it can also cancel the minority status granted to institutions if they are found to have violated the conditions of grant. Correct. Why? Because it is also a judicial body. It is a quasi-judicial body, which means it has the power to effect punishments as well. Clear? So both the statements are correct. Right answer is option C. Quasi-judicial body. Quasi-judicial body means some of the bodies which are not exactly a part of our traditional judiciary. Okay, I mean the normal courts, High Court, Supreme Court, no. Other than that, certain bodies which are established by the government will have limited judicial powers. Such bodies are known as quasi-judicial bodies. These bodies will have powers of civil court. Okay, they cannot prosecute for criminal cases or anything, but some of the civil judicial powers will be assigned to these kinds of bodies. For example, taking away the minority status, that is a civil punishment, civil procedure. Okay, so these are the quasi-judicial bodies. Question number 8. Consider the following statements about minority educational institutions. Okay, sorry, this is not here. Minority educational institutions. 1. Article 30 provides that in case of compulsory takeover of property by state, due compensation must be provided to institution. Second statement, Section 12 of Right to Education Act 2009, which mandates 25% reservation for children belonging to economically weaker section, is not applicable to MEI. Select the correct statements. Question number 8 is on the board. I'll give you 5 more seconds. Okay, let's see what is the answer. Answer is C. Both are correct. Yep, 1 and 2 both are correct. Okay, so you have to study what Article 30 is. Okay, Article 30, everything will come under the fundamental rights. Remember that you have to study every article very much in depth between 14 and 35. Okay, for between 14 and 35, make sure that you read each and every article as much as you can. Very, very important. Even now, the cases which are pending before Supreme Court, such as the Sabarimala case, are all associated with Article 25 and 26, which deals with religious institutions. So make sure you study them very well. So Article 30 provides in that in case of compulsory takeover of property by state, due compensation must be provided to the institution, which means if it is a minority religious institution or if it is a institution of the minority community, then if the state is compulsorily taking over that, adequate compensations must be paid. Clear? So that is Article 30. Read it in your Lakshmikant textbook. Second one, Section 12 of RTE, which mandates 25% reservation for children belonging to EWS section, is not applicable to MEI. This is also correct. Economically weaker section, I think you know what are the criteria in choosing EWIs, etc., etc. But for those children who are from the EWI sections, certain percentage of reservation was provided in public institutions, okay, except those that are related to minority communities. In minority educational institutions, this is not applicable. Clear? So statement 2 is actually correct. Both are true. Correct answer is option C. Question number 9. Consider the following statements about EWS quota. 1. Center has no role in deciding the reservation policy of a state government. 2. The 101st Constitutional Amendment Act 2019 inserted Article 15(6) and Article 16(6) in the Constitution to allow reservation for the EWS among the general category. Select the correct answer. Ninth question. I will give you some 15 seconds. Let's see. Okay. Different answers are coming in. Somebody going for A, then B. I am having throat ache, okay? So I will be speaking softly. So yeah. What is the correct answer? Question number 9, correct answer is 1 only. A. Okay. So center has no role in deciding the reservation policy of state government. This is true. Okay. So when EWS quota, economically weaker sections quota, was brought into action by the central government, lots and lots of people went against it in the Supreme Court. Okay. Because there is a Supreme Court judgment in the Indira Sahini case back in the 1990s, which states that total reservation in a country cannot go beyond 50%. Okay, maximum reservation can be 50% only. So already with SC, ST, OBC, etc., we have 50% reservation. So this EWS quota will be 10% above that, which means effective reservation will go as 60%. So many of them went to case. So in the Supreme Court, Sender said that while arguments were going on, Sender said that it is up to the state government to decide if they want to use the EWS quota. Okay, Sender said that this is not forceful or anything. Each state has its own discretion in allowing the EWS quota. Fine. So statement number 1 is true. Second one, the 101st Constitutional Amendment Act inserted Article 15 and 16(6) in the Constitution. This is wrong. It is 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay, EWS was brought as a part of the 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act. Can anybody tell me what is 101st Constitutional Amendment Act? Anyone? What is 101st Constitutional Amendment Act? Any idea? Yes, it is the Goods and Services Tax, GST. This is the 101st Constitutional Amendment Act. Be very careful. Sometimes in the question paper, it will be given as Constitutional Amendment Act. Then it is 101st, correct. But sometimes in the question paper, it will be Constitutional Amendment Bill. Okay, so GST is, I think it is 122nd Constitutional Amendment Bill. But it is the 101st Constitutional Amendment Act. So be very careful regarding these numbers. So here the answer is 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act. 10th question. Consider the following statements about All India Judicial Services. 1. It aims at creating a centralized cadre of district judges who will be recruited centrally through an All India examination and allocated to each state along the lines of All India services. 2. The idea of creating an All India Judicial Service was first introduced by the 14th report of the Law Commission in 1958? Select the incorrect statements using the codes given below. 30 seconds. Let's see how many get this. Alright, Drishti going with B there. Anyone else? Nobody else? Alright, so I did not get any other answers, so I am moving on. Answer is D. Nobody got that, okay? It is option D, none of the above. How many of you read the question correctly? You are asked to choose the incorrect statement. How many of you missed this keyword? Okay, how many of you missed this keyword? Alright, so guys, one more thing. I request everybody to be in live. Okay, I think some of you are like some 1 minute behind in the session. Make sure that you are in the live, otherwise you will miss out a lot. Okay, so select the incorrect answer. That is why both are wrong. Both these statements are true. Okay, there is this All India Judicial Service, just like IAS, IPS, etc., etc. This is also being considered by the government. So it will recruit judges directly into the cadre of district judges post. Alright, that is the All India Judicial Service. Statement 1 is correct. 2 is also correct. It has first been mentioned in the 14th report of the Law Commission in 1958. But yet it is to be implemented. It is not implemented yet, but the processes are being considered. Correct answer is none of the above. Yes. Okay, Divya. Okay, ABS. 11th question. Consider the following statements about United Nations Convention for the Laws of Sea. UNCLOS. 1. It is an international treaty which was adopted and signed in 1982. 2. It has more than 160 member parties ratified, including US, China, and India. Select the correct answers. $20. Hello Dreamy World, hi. Everybody going with option C there. Alright, I think that is enough time. Most of you have answered. So answer is option A, one only. Okay, Harshita, very good. Sakshi, good. Rishti, very good. It is option A. Why? It is an international treaty which was adopted and signed in 1982. This is correct. UNCLOS, United Nations Convention on the Laws of Sea, it was signed in 1982. That is true. But it has more than 160 member parties. Again correct. But it was not ratified by US. US, India, China, etc. have accepted, they are all parties to this treaty. But US has not ratified it so far. India and China has. Okay, so whenever you study about major treaties, at least make sure if there are any prime parties who has not ratified it yet. Make sure to study if India is a part of it. That is one important thing that you have to study. Also see if major countries such as USA, China, etc., whether they are part of it or not. So USA has not ratified the UNCLOS. Clear? 12th question. Consider the following statements regarding Israel-Palestine relations. 1. In the Balfour Declaration, Britain pledged establishment of Palestine as nation home for Jews. 2. In 1947, the United Nations voted to split the Palestine between Arabs and Jews. Select the correct statements. 30 seconds. I think everybody knows about Israel-Palestine issues. Okay, it has been in the news for about half a century now. Okay, so something that has been going on for a very long time. And this was in the news in January 2020 because Donald Trump openly supported Israel. Okay, that was the first time an American president actually did that. So that is why it has been in the news. Hello, Subbareddy. All right, anybody else? Okay, so 12th question answer is both. Both the statements are correct. Okay, Balfour Declaration is a declaration according to which Britain pledged that Palestine will be created as the national home for Jews. Okay, this is a very famous declaration, Balfour Declaration. If you, I hope, if you have listened to my world history series, you will get this. Okay, Balfour Declaration, in which Britain pledged Palestine as the national home for Jews. Okay, Jews were persecuted in the Second World War. You know about that regarding Hitler and his atrocities. So, in the Balfour Declaration, Britain pledged that Palestine will be the national home for Jews. Second one, in 1947, United Nations voted to split Palestine between Arabs and Jews. So there was some long drawn issues between Arabs as well as Jews. So as a settlement, United Nations came in and they actually splitted Palestine into two, thereby creating the state of Israel. Okay, they thought that the issue will end there, but it is still continuing. Fine, both statements are correct. Answer is option C. 13th question. Consider the following statements about International Court of Justice. Easy question. Number 1. It settles disputes between states but do not have advisory powers on international legal issues. 2. The ICJ comprises a panel of 15 judges elected by the General Assembly and Security Council for 10-year terms. Select the correct answer. I am not feeling well, so I might end the class sooner than expected. Let's see. Ten seconds. Alright, I think that's it. Answer D, none of the above. Nobody got that, right? Yeah, Sakshi got it. Very good, Sakshi. Nobody else got that. None of the above. So, it settles disputes between states but do not have advisory powers on international legal issues. Is this wrong? ICJ do settle the disputes between states, but it has also got advisory powers. Okay, for any cases referred to it by UN Security Council, if UN Security Council asks for ICJ's advice, ICJ is supposed to provide the same. Okay, so ICJ has advisory powers. The only condition being it should be requested by the UN Security Council. So first statement is wrong. Second one, ICJ comprises a panel of 15 judges elected by General Assembly and Security Council for a period of 10-year terms. That is wrong. It is not 10 years, it is 9 years. Okay, each of the judges has a term of 9 years, not 10. So both the statements are incorrect. Answer is option D, none of the above. Yes, here states means countries. Okay, correct. Yep, correct. Everybody correct. Okay, I mean, we call, in the international scenario, we call all these as states. Okay, I mean, in Indian political context, we say that, state is Kerala, Tamil Nadu, these are states. But actual definition of state, read Article 13, okay, I think Article 13, yeah, in that, Article 12. read that, and their proper definition of state is given. When you read that, you will understand. State does not mean Kerala, small sections like Kerala or anything. State has many attributes. So any territory that qualifies all these criteria can be called as a state. Okay, so in that sense, we cannot even call Kerala and Tamil Nadu as states, because one of the important criteria is sovereignty. So Kerala, Tamil Nadu or any other states do not have sovereignty. India has sovereignty. So India is a state. Clear? Read the constitution. It is very beautifully written in there. 14th question. Consider the following statements about Convention on the Prevention of Punishment on the Crime of Genocide. 1. Unanimously adopted by United Nations General Assembly in 1948, the convention entered into force in 1951. 2. India is yet to ratify this treaty. Select the correct answer. Guys, we have this quiz every day at 4 p.m. Probably a 1.5 hour session. Okay. So each day we will be looking into current affairs from a particular month. So today is January, tomorrow February, day after tomorrow March. That way it goes on. You can follow me in my Telegram channel as shown here in order to get the updates and all. Okay. 14th question is on the board. I will wait for 10 more seconds. Those who knows the answer, kindly put your answers in the YouTube live chat. Okay. A. Yes. Time is up. Correct answer to 14th question is indeed option A. One only. Alright, because it was unanimously adopted by United Nations General Assembly in 1948 and it was entered into force in 1951. India also have ratified this treaty. It is saying that India is yet to ratify this treaty. No. India ratified this treaty in 1959. Okay, so India is also a part of Convention on the Prevention and Punishment of the Crime of Genocide. What is genocide? Genocide means mass killing, deliberate mass killing is known as genocide. Okay, so India is also a party to this treaty. Question number 15. Consider the following statements about Rohingya crisis. 1. Rohingya Muslims represent the largest percentage of Muslims in Myanmar, with the majority living in the coastal Rakhine state. 2. It does not recognize the community as its citizens and considers them illegal immigrants from India. Select the correct statements using the codes given below. I think everybody knows about Rohingya crisis. At least you might have heard about this. Okay. So let's see. You have about 25 seconds to put the answer in the YouTube live chat. Yes, I think many of you, I think that is enough time. Correct answer, option A, one only. How many got that? Nobody got that? 15th question. One only is the answer, okay? Alright, why is it one? Rohingya Muslims represent the largest percentage of Muslims in Myanmar, that is true, with the majority living in the coastal Rakhine state, also correct. Okay, I mean if you remember, Canada government had earlier given Aung San Suu Kyi. I think you know Aung San Suu Kyi, right? Very historic woman in Myanmar. So she has been granted Canadian citizenship as an honor by Canada. But since Aung San Suu Kyi did not do anything during the this Rohingya crisis, Canadian government actually withdrew her honorary citizenship. Okay, so such kinds of events happened around January this year. So first statement is correct. Second statement, it does not recognize the community as its citizens and considers them illegal immigrants from India. This is wrong. They consider them illegal immigrants not from India but from Bangladesh. Alright, that is why these Rohingyas are persecuted, and most of them actually went back to Bangladesh. Bangladesh had to open up their borders because they were being accused of pushing them to Myanmar. Not from India. India does not have anything to do with Rohingya Muslims, apart from the fact that we are open to accept them from our northeastern borders. Okay, so both the second statement is incorrect. Right answer is 1 only. 16. Consider the following statements about Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. 1. Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, also called Pasdaran, is a branch of Iraqi armed forces independent of Iraq's regular army. 2. Quds Forces is a wing of IRGC which is responsible primarily for its foreign operations. Select the correct answer. So these kinds of agencies are also very important because you might have heard about these agencies. Okay, for another example is the killing of Jamal Khashoggi. You have heard of that incident, right? Jamal Khashoggi has been killed in Saudi Arabia and all. It was done by a particular group. Very recently, Iran's nuclear development head has been murdered by another group. Okay, and Iran is accusing Israel for the same. Okay, so these kinds of groups are very important in your international security area, internal security area also. So about 10 seconds remaining. 16th question. I request the people who post the answers, if possible, please put the question number also, okay, so that I can understand which question you are answering. Because some of the answers are coming in extremely late, and I believe that some of you are actually lagging behind in the program. Okay, please make sure that you are in live. Yeah, I think that is enough time. 16th question, correct answer, option B. How many got this? Nobody got this, right? It is option B, 2 only. So let's see. Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, also called Pasdaran, that is all correct, okay? It's a branch of, it is not Iraqi army forces, it is Irani forces. Iranian armed forces, independent of Iran's regular army. Not Iraq. Clear? IRGC is Iran's guard corps. Second statement is correct. Quds Forces is a wing of IRGC which is responsible primarily for its foreign operations. That is true. Okay, so first statement is incorrect, second statement is correct, answer is 2 only. Indian intelligence agency is also like that. Now, for internal matters we have IB or Intelligence Bureau. For external matters we have RAW. Correct, Research and Analysis Wing, RAW. So similarly, Iran also has certain specialized groups for various purposes. 17th question. Consider the following statements about Prompt Corrective Action, PCA. It is a framework under which banks with weak financial metrics are put under watch by the Finance Ministry. 2. It aims to check the problem of NPA in the Indian banking sector. Select the correct statements. Okay, question number 17. 30 seconds. Let's see. This is kind of a revision, okay? So tomorrow you can come prepared with February current affairs. I will ask 40 questions from that. It will be useful for you guys, okay? Five more seconds. Okay, 17, A, B, C. I got 3 answers. Okay, so far A, B and C are in the options. So anyway, let's see the answer. It is option B. 2 only. Can anybody tell me why? The person who has answered it as B, Deepika Datta, Sakshi Jain, or ML. Can anybody tell me why it is option B? Why is first statement wrong? This is true, this is wrong. Why is first statement wrong? Because, yes, correct. So it is a framework under which banks with weak financial metrics are put under watch not by Finance Ministry, it is by Reserve Bank of India. Okay, so prompt corrective action is a measure taken by Reserve Bank of India to make sure that the bank's financial metrics are not weak. Okay, or if it is weak, it is to be made strong very quickly. Second one, it aims to check the problem of NPAs or non-performing assets in the Indian banking sector. Also correct. I hope you know what a non-performing asset is. Otherwise, please do read about it. Very important topic. Make sure you understood the concept. There are non-performing assets, there are stressed assets. Okay, so there are various kinds of such assets are there. Please do read into them and make sure you understand the concept. Question. As far as NPAs are concerned, non-performing assets are those assets in which there is no payment of principal or interest for a period of 90 years. Okay, if a loan is taken and the person does not pay anything for a period of 90 days, then it is automatically converted as a non-performing asset. Question number 18. Consider the following statements about National Highways Authorities of India, NHAI. Okay. 1. It is an autonomous agency of Government of India set up by NHAI Act of 1988. 2. It is responsible for the development, maintenance and management of all road links and for matters connected to it. Select the correct answer. National Highways Authority of India. 25 seconds. This is an easy question, okay? Very easy question. Okay, A and C are the polls that I got so far. Okay, A, B, C, I got 3 answers and all 3 are different. Okay, apart from D, I think I got everything. Alright, so what is the answer? It is A only, okay? So the correct answer is option A. It is an autonomous agency of Government of India set up by the National Highway Authorities India of Act 1988. That is true. Okay, that is a very factual statement. It is correct. There is no need for any explanation there because it's a factual statement. Second one, it is responsible for the development, maintenance and management of all road links for the matters connected to it. Not for all road links, man. National Highways Authority of India looks after the national highways, only NH. It doesn't take care of state highways or side roads or these things. Some of the roads in the state are taken care of by PWD department, Public Works department. It is not the duty of NHAI to look into that. Okay, they deal with national highways only and associated activities. So answer is 1 only. 2 is wrong. 19. Global Social Mobility Report is released by which among the following organizations? Amnesty International, this is A. World Economic Forum, World Bank, International Labour Organization. Choose the correct answer. Which is a source for current affairs in addition to newspaper. Okay, in addition to newspaper, current affairs, you have to read a magazine. Where any magazine is fine. Preferably Yojana or Kurukshetra. Okay, Yojana or Kurukshetra, up to you. I read Yojana. Then you can use PIB reports. Yojana and PIB reports. Okay, I mean towards the end, once you cover all these things, if you have time, you can also use the various academy compilations. Okay, in Unacademy itself, we have plenty of videos regarding current affairs. There are top educators who take videos on Hindu daily live analysis, etc., etc. You can use all this very, very well. So yes, I think that is time enough. I am going a bit fast. Okay, there are plenty more questions to complete. So I'm taking this a bit fast. So 19th, Saubhagya, this is the 19th question. Okay, 20 I haven't shown yet. So the answer is World Economic Forum, option B. Okay, Global Social Mobility Report has been released by World Economic Forum for the first time previous year. Okay, it was released for the first time. It is not a report that was there earlier itself. The first report came in the previous year. So no further explanation. Please do read about World Economic Forum. WEF has promulgated lots and lots of reports. I will ask at least one or two reports in everyday quiz, so that by the end of this you will have a proper understanding of it. Okay, question number 20. Consider the following statements about Annual Status of Education Report. Okay, Annual Status of Education Report is also known as ASER report. You might have heard about this. So ASER is a sample-based household survey and large citizen-led survey in India. 2. It is released by the NGO Pratham. Select the correct answer. 20th question. Okay, I hope you all know that today at 8 p.m. in Unacademy app, in Unacademy platform, I am having the which quiz? Modern India. Okay, Modern India MCQ session starts today. It is an 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. 1 hour session. So make sure you join. The topics has been announced yesterday. It is sources of modern Indian history and advent of Europeans. Okay. Some of you who are participating in this quiz already are very, permanent participants in the other quiz. So anyway, I think that is enough time. Most of you gave me the answer. It is option C. Both are true. Alright. So how many got that? Only ML got that. Both are correct. Okay. ASER report is actually a sample based household survey which looks into various education parametrics. So statement 1 is true. 2 is also correct. It is released by NGO Pratham. It is a non-governmental organization that deals with education. Okay, so both are correct. Answer is C. No further explanations here. The probable question regarding an ASER survey is this: regarding who is the publication agency and what does it deals with. Okay. 21. India's first novel coronavirus infection confirmed in which of the following states? Very simple question, very recent question. Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Delhi, Kerala. Citizen-led survey means rather than taking samples from schools, okay, rather than going for institutions, actually it focuses on each citizen of India. Surveys can be done in many ways. You can sit at some office and ask the schools and colleges to send their data. That is one way of doing the survey. Or you can go to each house and collect the data from individual citizens and then analyze it. So this one does in a citizen-centric fashion. I already told you it is a household survey, not an institution-based survey. Okay. 21st question. All of you have given me the correct answer. Deepika got it wrong. Subbareddy also got it wrong. Everybody else got that right. It is Kerala. My home state. Okay. It was in Kerala. The first case of the novel coronavirus has been confirmed. But the good thing was Kerala was able to very well control it in the initial periods. But later after the Onam festival, it got out of control, at least to some extent. Okay. But our health minister, won the international recognition for her activities in the fight against corona. Okay, you might have heard about her, Shailaja teacher. Okay. Anyway, question number 22. Consider the following statements about coronavirus. 1. The genome structure of the virus which is spreading in China is 70% similar to the severe acute respiratory syndrome or SARS. 2. Coronaviruses are zoonotic, meaning they are transmitted between animals and people. Select the correct answer. Another question about coronavirus. Let's see. You have 20 seconds. I am slowly increasing the speed, okay? I like to increase the speed a bit. Alright, I got the answers. Everybody going with option A there. Everybody is going with option A. Correct answer is option C. Both are true. Alright. So the genome structure of virus that is spreading in China is 70% similar to the severe acute respiratory syndrome or SARS. SARS was a very prevalent disease in the early part of the 2000s. Okay, the beginning of 2000s. So it affects the respiratory system, and this coronavirus has also similarity to that virus. Second is also correct. It is a zoonotic disease. Okay, it is transmitted between animals and people. Both are true. And look at this. It is saying coronavirus. There are plenty of coronaviruses. Okay, it doesn't say any specific trait. Novel coronavirus, COVID-19 is something different. Okay, within one particular family of viruses, that is the coronaviruses, there are many subdivisions, etc., etc. Majority coronavirus are zoonotic. There might be exceptions. Clear? So second is also correct. Both are true. Answer is both 1 and 2. Coronavirus is nothing new. Okay, COVID-19 is a new variant of coronavirus. Look at the previous question. It says novel coronavirus, NCOV. This is the new thing. There was coronavirus for a very long time. People knew about this virus for about decades. Okay, but this trait of virus is something new. Clear? So usually coronaviruses are zoonotic, meaning they are transmitted between animals and people. 23. Consider the following statements about rare diseases. 1. Despite being less prevalent and individually rare, collectively they affect between 6% to 8% of total population in any country. 2. They include genetic diseases, rare cancers, infectious tropical diseases, and degenerative diseases. 3. 80% of rare diseases are genetic in origin and hence disproportionately impact children. Select the correct answer. Yeah. Okay. Question number 23. I think by the time I looked into your chats, the doubt is already clear. So, not going to go into that again. Zoonotic means transmitted from animals also to humans. For example, Nipah virus. Nipah virus is zoonotic. It is transmitted from bats to humans. It is origin is in animals. That is zoonotic. Okay. Yeah, 23rd question. I think that is enough time. Answer to 23rd question is option D, all the above. Everything is correct. Okay, rare diseases are those diseases, although by name it says rare, still collectively all these diseases when put together forms about 6 to 8% of total population in any country. These diseases include rare cancers, genetic diseases, infectious tropical diseases, degenerative diseases, all are correct. 80% of them are genetic in origin and hence disproportionately impact children. Also correct. Genetic diseases will definitely impact children, right? I mean, it is passed from the parent to the child. So third statement is also correct. All are true. Answer is option D, all the above. 24. Consider the following statements about Digital Sky platform. 1. It is a software-based self-enforcement unmanned traffic management system which is expected to facilitate registration and licensing of drones and operators. 2. The platform regulates all drones from the mini till higher categories. Select the correct answer. Guys, I have prepared 40 questions, but I will end this session at 5:30. Okay, I don't know how much I will be able to complete, but at 5:30 I will end this. If some questions are remaining, I will take it up with tomorrow's class. Okay. Twenty-fourth question. Five more seconds. All right, I got A, C, A, different answers again. So what is the correct answer? Correct answer is indeed option A. Those people who gave me the answer, can anybody tell me why statement 2 is wrong? Why is this wrong? First statement is correct, okay? Digital Sky platform is a software-based self-enforced unmanned traffic management system. Okay, it is a UTM system, unmanned traffic management system, which is expected to facilitate registration and licensing of drones and operators. Okay, I mean nowadays even the wedding, the people we call for covering wedding photography and video, even they use drones now for all purposes. Problem is when the number of drones started to increase multifold, it began to become a threat to security of India as well as to civil aviation. Okay, people began to fly drones near airports and all, and it began to threaten the security of these infrastructural projects. So appropriate licensing and regulatory methods were enforced by the government. So first statement is correct. Second is wrong because not all drones. No, I mean the platform regulates all drones from the not mini, it is micro till higher categories. Okay, there are different varieties of drones. There is nano drone, there is micro drone, mini drone, then larger varieties also are there. Okay, so it is not targeting micro drones. Micro drones are out of the ambit of this act, but from nano is not nano is out from the ambit of this act. From micro onwards, everything is covered under the Digital Sky platform. If you need to fly a micro and above category of a drone, then you need special permission from the Digital Sky platform. Clear? That is why statement 2 is wrong. 25. Which of the following states celebrate the floral festival of Batukamma? Andhra Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, none of the above. Question number 25. You have about 15 seconds. All right, I think that is enough. I think I got at least 5 answers, so I am moving on. So correct answer is option D, none of the above. Tell me then what is the correct answer? Correct answer is none of the above. So which state is it? Batukamma festival is celebrated in the state of? Those who got this right, please tell me. Subbareddy, Saubhagya, Deepika, Drishti, tell me. Telangana, exactly, very good. Okay, this is a floral festival. Okay, there is 7 concentric circles of flower etc. arranged in a special way. Okay, so the reason why Batukamma came into the news is because in the 2020 Republic Day parade, Telangana state presented a float which is loosely based on Batukamma festival. Okay, that is why this is in the news. So when the 2021 Republic Day happens, some more things will come into the news. So make sure to study about them. Okay, so as far as UPSC is concerned, current affairs means everything that has happened in the past 2-3 years. Not exactly past 1 year. They will look into past couple of years. So be very careful. That is why I put this one in this series. Fine. So Batukamma is a floral festival of Telangana. 26. Kalamkari paintings, Kondapalli handicrafts and Brahmotsavam can be seen in which among the following Indian states? Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Telangana, Tamil Nadu. 26th question, you have 20 seconds. Okay, this is a fairly easy question, I think. Yes, everybody got this right. Okay, very good, guys. Correct answer is indeed Andhra Pradesh. I think if I have put this, if I have not put Kalamkari, then it would have been a bit more confusing, right? I mean, without Kalamkari, Kondapalli handicrafts and Brahmotsavam would have been a tad more difficult. So anyway, correct answer is Andhra Pradesh. So do you know in which temple is this Brahmotsavam conducted? Brahmotsavam is actually conducted in one of the very famous temples of India, also known as Tirupati. Tirupati Devasthanam. You have heard about that, right? Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam, TTD. So this Brahmotsavam is celebrated in Tirupati temple. Clear? So 26 questions completed. 27. Consider the following statements about Kakori conspiracy. Number 1. Yes, Deepika, very good. Sakshi Jain also correct. The robbery was carried out to fund the activities of Hindustan Socialist Republic Army. 2. In a trial which went on for about 1.5 years and ended in 1927, Bismil Khan, Rajendra Lahiri and Roshan Singh were sentenced to death. Choose the correct answer. Twenty-seventh question. After answering this, you have to tell me which is the film that actually pictured this Kakori case. There is a very famous film in which the Kakori conspiracy has been the subject. Okay, you have to tell me the name of that film. 27th question going on. I got 2 answers so far. Okay. So I think I will show you the answer now. It is option C. Both are correct. The robbery was carried out to fund the activities of HSRA, Hindustan Socialist Republic Army. Okay, it was initially formed as HRA, Hindustan Republic Association, and later on it was converted into HSRA by people like Bhagat Singh, etc., etc. Please read that. It is properly given in your Spectrum history textbook, Modern India. Okay, second one, in a trial which went on for about 1.5 years and ended on 1927, Bismil Khan, Rajendra Lahiri and Roshan Singh were all sentenced to death. Also correct. Both are true. So any idea which is that film? Which is that very famous film which shows Kakori conspiracy? Any idea? I know that every one of you know the answer, but you might not be able to recollect that name. Have you seen this film? Anybody saw this film? Okay, so this film actually shows this Kakori case, train robbery. Okay, Bismil Khan, Rajendra Lahiri, all these things are there. Chandrasekhar Azad. So 27 questions done. 28th question. Consider the following statements about Lai Haraoba. 1. Lai Haraoba means festival of gods or merrymaking of gods. 2. The festival is observed to honor Umang Lai deity of state of Mizoram. 3. The festival marked to celebrate the creation of the universe. Select the correct statements using the codes given below. 28th question. You have about 20 seconds to answer this. Lai Haraoba, also in the news around January 2020. So today's quiz is basically based on January 2020. Tomorrow it is February 2020. Day after that, March 2020. Okay, that is how we do. Every day, 1 month. So 28, option D, 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 A, A. Okay, so what is the answer? It is C. Nobody got that. It is 1 and 3. Alright, so the Lai Haraoba festival, I mean it means festivity of the gods or merrymaking of gods. That is true. The literal word meaning of Lai Haraoba is festivity of the gods. Third statement is also correct. This festival is marked to celebrate the creation of universe. So 1 and 3 are correct. 2 is wrong because the festival is observed to honor the Umang Lai deity of the Manipur. Not Mizoram, it is Manipur. Have you heard about the tribal people known as Métis? Okay, the Métis tribe of Manipur actually celebrate the this festival, Lai Haraoba, in honor of the Umang Lai deity. Fine, it is not Mizoram. That is why statement 2 is wrong. Otherwise, both the other statements are correct. 29. Consider the following statements about Padma Awards. Okay, simple, I think easy question. Padma Awards. The awards were instituted in 1954 to recognize achievements in all fields of activities or disciplines where an element of public service is involved. 2. They are conferred on the recommendations made by the Padma Awards Committee, which is constituted by the President every year and is headed by the Prime Minister. Select the correct answer. Question number 29. Regarding the Padma Awards. These, UPSC generally do not ask about awards in general, but these awards are important. Padma Awards and Bharat Ratna. Okay, you have to be careful about these 2 awards, very important. Otherwise, UPSC do not ask much. 29. Okay, C, A, different answers again. So what is the answer to 29th question? It is option A. Okay, it is option A. I think Deepika and Drishti got this right. Very good. So the award were instituted in 1954 to recognize the achievements in all fields of activities and disciplines where an element of public service is involved. That is true. A very vague statement as well, so has to be true. Second statement is wrong. They are conferred on the recommendations made by the Padma Awards Committee. That is true, which is constituted by the Prime Minister. Prime Minister is the person who constitutes the Padma Awards Committee, and this committee is headed by Cabinet Secretary. Alright, so it is President does not has anything to do with it. The only thing the President does as far as Padma Awards are concerned is handing over the award. Okay, Constitution is done by Prime Minister and the committee is headed by Cabinet Secretary. It is given away by President. Fine, that is why statement 2 is wrong. Moving on to question number 30. I will end this session at 5:30. Okay, question number 30. Consider the following statements about postal ballot. 1. Postal voting is a type of voting in elections whereby electronically transmitted postal ballot papers are distributed to electors and returned by post. 2. Service voters have the option of either voting through postal ballot or a proxy vote. Select the correct answer. Let's see how many can get this. You have 15 seconds. $38 question. Okay. Okay, A, B, A. So okay, many of you going for option A there. Some people went for option, Deepika going for option B also. So correct answer is option C. All are correct. Okay, so postal voting is a type of voting in elections where electronically transmitted postal ballot papers are distributed to electors and returned by post. Very important. Don't get confused here. Electronic vote, the voting paper, the ballot paper is actually distributed electronically, emails, etc., etc. But once they make their vote, that paper now has to be returned back using postal service. The hard copy has to reach there. You cannot send it back electronically. Okay, you cannot send it back via email. You have to send it using postal service. The hard copy should reach the intended person. Okay, so first statement is true. Second statement, service voters have the option for either voting through postal ballot or through proxy vote. So who are these service voters? Service voters are the people who are serving in the defense forces. Okay, the army, navy, air force, etc. These people have the service vote. So for them, they can either choose for postal ballot or they can put a person as proxy for voting in order to vote for them. That is also possible. Only for service voters. Okay, so both the statements are correct. Answer is both 1 and 2. I hope you understood. Okay, 31st question. I think I will one more question after this and probably I will end it. Okay, the last 8 questions I will take on tomorrow. 31st question. Consider the following statements about Institute of National Importance. Okay, INI. 1. Institute of National Importance are established by Acts of Parliament. 2. They are usually supported by Government of India or even any other international institutes to develop centers of excellence in research, academics and other such elite schools of education. Select the correct answer. 31st question. You have 20 seconds. One more question after this and I will end. Okay. First question. Okay, Saubhagya going with option B. Okay, now changing to Sakshi going with C. Subbareddy going with A. Okay, different answers from, 3 answers I got, A, B and C, different answers. Deepika going with C. Yes, correct answer is indeed option C. Both are correct. Alright, so it is actually established by the Act of Parliament. That is true, which means it has statutory powers. Second statement is also correct. It is supported by Government of India or can also be supported by international institutes, which will help to develop these centers as excellence centers of research, academics and other elite school education systems. Okay, so both are correct. Option C is the correct answer. This is a very vague statement. Okay, so usually such statements tends to be correct unless there is something obviously wrong directly staring at you. Okay, usually you can safely say that it is true. Last question for the day. Corruption Perception Index CPI is released by which among the following organizations? Option A, UNDP, B, FATF, C, Economic Intelligence Unit, D, none of the above. Final question for the day. Corruption Perception Index is released by which among the following organizations? You have 10 seconds. Hi Seema City. I have ended the session. Okay, this is the last question for the day. There are 40 questions actually, but today I am not well, so I am ending it here. Tomorrow I will do the remaining and do the February quiz. Okay, please understand, we are doing 1 month current affairs each day. So today it is January, tomorrow it is February 2020, day after tomorrow it is March 2020, and it goes on like that until we complete the entire series. Okay, so every day quiz is at 4 p.m. 1.5 hour session. We will wrap it up by 5:30, plus or minus 5 minutes. Yeah, Saubhagya going for option C, Sakshi Jain option D, Deepika D. Alright, so what is the answer? It is option D. So tell me the correct answer. Corruption Perception Index CPI is released by which organization is it? Answer is none of the above. It is, good evening Seema. So what is the correct answer? CPI is released by which organization? Yeah, Deepika Datta, very good. Transparency International. Okay. Transparency International. That is the organization which releases Corruption Perception Index, CPI. Okay. So thank you guys for joining me today. I will come back with the last 8 questions tomorrow. Also, tomorrow we will look into another different set of 40 questions from February. So you can prepare February current affairs and come back. We will look into that. Okay, for now I will end it here. So thank you for joining. There are plenty of free materials in Unacademy. Please use my educator code MSRW1 in order to unlock all these things. Okay, also you can see that my Telegram channel is given here, t.me/MSRW1. If you subscribe to this channel, you will get all the class updates, links, notes, PDFs, etc. etc. Make sure to like and subscribe this YouTube channel also. Okay, so until tomorrow, this is goodbye. See you.